Hey guys, it's Gina. It's been a bit, and I'm sorry that I have not been posting. I am going to really try to get back into a regular schedule. However, I don't know if it'll be weekly. And so I hope that those that are following me will continue to follow along on the journey. I am truly chasing my sunset right now. There's been some major changes, and it's just been a very long, grueling 5 months. So, change is hard. And whether you want the change or don't want the change is going to happen. It's just what happens. I mean, every day, every moment. And so this channel is going to kind of morph a little bit as well. I am going to continue to talk about the whole food plant-based diet. I am going to continue to talk about my my belief system with God, and I am going to continue to talk about momming. That's changing just slightly because now I'm a single mom, and that puts a whole nother spin on everything, as you can imagine. So more details will come out after my divorce is finalized, but I am in the process of a divorce, and my 4.5-year-old is healthy and thriving, but it has been a journey. It has been a journey, and it's been wrought with pain and some happiness and some the gamut of emotions, as you can imagine. And so I wanted to talk today about this little guy. It's an acorn. Because change can be extremely painful sometimes. But the end result can result in something like a gorgeous oak tree. And in fact, in my backyard, I have an oak tree that is probably about 3 feet in diameter. It's huge, which tells me it's been there for a while. I'm not going to cut it down to count the rings, but maybe not quite 3 feet, but definitely over 2 feet in diameter. And so, my daughter picked this up in the backyard, and I was looking at it and I was thinking, a little acorn, it's hard. It's really hard. So it has to crack for the tree to come out, for the seedling to start, for growth to happen. This seed has to be broken before growth occurs. And that is so true with us, which is why Ecclesiastes 1:9 is my life verse. What has been done will be done again. What has happened will happen again. There is nothing new under the sun, which is pretty much why I called this channel Chasing Sunsets anyway, because I have always believed that if I was going through something, somebody else has gone through it, or somebody else will go through it. Either way, it will happen. And if they have gone through it, that means they survived. That means if I'm going through it now, I'm going to survive. But it also means that my voice, my encouragement, my smile, the friendly nod at the grocery store might be enough to give whoever's about to go through it the encouragement so they will survive. It's amazing how just going, hi, as you pass somebody in the grocery store that you don't know, but just that friendly smile, which I'm kind of glad we're not doing masks anymore, which, because you miss that. That little smile and nod, you're not engaging with them, but it's enough to make a difference. Anyway, getting off track, but this little nut has to be broken to get the seed out. Same thing with nuts like almonds. I mean, and I don't have a picture of one because I typically don't buy my almonds still shelled, because from what I understand, that is like a massive undertaking to unshell an almond. That shell is hard, but I eat almonds all the time. Okay, so, some shells are not as hard as others, and some shells are, but then it's like It's amazing what grows from them. A pine cone grows a mighty pine tree. You know, the littlest seed grows broccoli. I mean, broccoli seeds are tiny, right? But very nutritious. So sometimes even if you're tough, you're going to be through some painful events in your life that, you know, it is what it is because everyone goes through it, right? At some point, some more painful than others, some just a variation of what other people have gone through. And like I said, I'm not going to go through details on here, but I will tell you some of my journey, because I'm going to be completely upfront and honest with you. You know, a lot of my previous posts were dealing with being whole food plant-based and following the no oil, no salt, no sugar diet. Well, I still don't eat sugar because that still gives me migraines. But I will tell you, over the last 5 months, I had to leave my home. I was basically homeless for a while. Fortunately, I had some very dear friends that took myself, my elderly mom, and my 4-year-old daughter in for a few months until we could locate another place to live. And, you know, I didn't lose my job. I was able to remote. There's a benefit of COVID right there. And so I was so blessed in that sense because all I had to do is where I was sitting was different. My life didn't change in a way. Sort of, kind of, maybe. Yeah, it did, but it didn't. And I'm so blessed for those so dear friends. But, you know, I didn't drink caffeine before. I've been drinking coffee. And it's a goal that by the end of summer, I will be off caffeine again. But I had to have a crutch because, you know, when you're only getting a couple hours sleep and, you know, I'm still going to school full time. I'm still trying to finish that degree. I'm going to make it. I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. I'm still working full time. And in fact, overtime half the time because that job is so demanding. And then I'm momming 100% by myself. And whereas my precious child is so good and such a blessing, she's 4. So there are moments that is like, oh, help. Oh yeah, coffee. I will also tell you I've had to rely on some vegan, you know, fast food basically, because it wasn't capable of, like, I didn't have refrigerator space to have all this stuff for salads or anything like that. And so I had to rely on eating out, and that was going to have oil in it. And I will tell you, interestingly enough, it affected me, and I can tell that it affected me. And it's kind of like a little bitty spiral. It's very slow. It's the frog in boiling water. So my goal, and y'all can hold me accountable for this, is my goal is that by the end of summer, I'm back off my caffeine. I am back off the added oils in my food. So that a way I can start feeling less sluggish, because it has helped. I mean, I think that, I know I'm tired. I know I've been stressed. I mean, crap, I've lost half of my hair from the stress, which is okay. You know, I didn't need that other half, right? It'll grow back, maybe? Yeah. Oh, well. Hey, I'm still here. So that's a big thing. But, you know, my shell got cracked, and I've had growth. And the growth actually hurts too. Do you remember growing up and your legs would hurt and everyone would say, oh, you're growing. It's growing pains. And then there was the 80s TV show that every girl my age knows because, you know, we all like Kirk Cameron. I'm sorry, it just was. But it was called Growing Pains. And so it's a known thing that growth hurts. But the end result can be so amazing. And I'm not going to tell you that I have just, you know, sunshine and you know, beautiful weather every day in my life. It's not that. I have to choose it. I have to choose it. I have moments that I want to just go fetal position in the corner. I have moments that I feel like I'm losing my mind. I have moments that I'm like, I can't do this anymore. But in the end, I know that those are the growth moments because there's nothing new under the sun, and I'm still chasing that sunset. And I'm so thankful that I had started this channel about a year ago, actually. And when I did, it basically made me decide what I want my life to be like, how I want my life to be. And if you'd have told me that I would be 48 and a single mom of a 4-year-old, that wouldn't have been the choice I made for the way I want my life to be. However, circumstances occurred that is the way my life is. And so therefore, I am choosing to design mine and Shelby's life in the light of God and making it amazing for her, making it amazing for me, and hoping that my story, my pain, my cracked shell that created, growth can possibly maybe not ease somebody else's pain, but help them just not feel alone in their pain. Because the pain you got to go through. You got to go through that. But if you know you're not alone, it makes it easier, I think. I think it does. And I have been so blessed with a handful of friends that are my true friends. And, and that's one of the lies that the world tells you is, that we have all these friends because, social media exists and there's 1,500 people that you call friends in your list, right? But that's not really true. And sometimes events like your nut cracking helps you realize the handful of friends you have versus the ocean of friends you think you have. And those precious gems are there to help you along the way. But so when you're going through a moment of change, just remember, whether you're a seed and you're getting cracked, or whether you're a piece of coal and all this pressure's going on and you're going to turn into a radiant diamond, life has to give you pressure. Life has to give you stress. Life has to give you pain, or you don't change into and you don't grow into what God wants you to be. And I have no idea what God wants me to be. And I'll tell you, sometimes it scares me because I am surrendering that to Him. But if this is training ground for what He has planned for me, I'm going to have to make sure my focus stays on Him. I'm just going to have to, because I won't make it otherwise. Because it's been hard. It's been painful. But even in 5 months, the changes that I see in myself, I am so in awe of, because I can see my strength. I might not be that mighty oak just yet, but I don't know if my 5'4" frame will ever be considered an oak tree. It's more like a dwarf Myers lemon tree, but the thing is that it takes all kinds, and somewhere along the way, you're gonna have your nut cracked. You're going to feel the pressure of the coal turning you into your diamond. But just know you're not alone. And you can still, in the midst of change, you can still chase your sunset. So have an amazing week. Please subscribe if you haven't. Share this video if you know somebody else that's going through situational. It may not be the same situation. And yes, me being a single mom is a little bit different than somebody else that's going through something else. However, pain is pain. And the process is a little bit, it's different, but it's the same. So share this video. It might help somebody. It might encourage somebody. And that's what I'm wanting to do, is encourage you that you can do this too. You can chase your sunset. And I don't know how often I'll be posting. I'll try to get back to a weekly post. But right now it's probably going to be more like maybe twice a month. Just kind of see how things go. I'm trying to still get into a routine. And so I just kind of have to see how it goes. But please don't give up on me. Please continue watching, sharing the videos, subscribing, liking the videos. And I will see you the next time I see you. Please comment below. Let's talk. Let's talk about all this. But go chase your sunset. Go grow into that mighty oak. And I will see you next time. Bye.